sometimes you try to guard against what you just saw. And I don't want to get here and start sounding alarms and saying what I saw from the Cavs last night. Is that a game that we look back on and said, that was it? Should have known right there. That's when it all got torn down. That's when you figured out who this team was. I am in such a horrible place with the Cavs after that game last night. And I'm trying not to be. I look at the standings and I want to slam my laptop. I want to throw it out the window. You're injured. You haven't had your... Okay, you got Evan Mobley back. Great. You go down to Miami. The Miami flu remains undefeated, young Ryan. Do you know about the Miami flu? There is no cure.
I got it on spring break last year. So.
Didn't you? Didn't you? Did you put up 50 points with a minute 30 to go in the third quarter? Did you do that on spring break? Bro. I am in a horrible place with the Cavs. And sometimes when we do this show, I need people to get me out of my horrible place. I need people to tell me, no, man, it's all right, and it's not a big deal. I don't know if there is that place for solace. I don't know if there is a rainbow bridge for me to... Well, it's not a bridge I want to go over. But anyway, there's not a place for me to go to right now with this Cavs team that's going to make me feel better after watching the performance that they had last night. And I know that they have struggled mightily with a lot of injuries. Maybe they just aren't even that good of a basketball team. Dude, it's not even that you lost. It's not like, okay, fine. You only lost by 40. You had 50 points. 50 points with a minute 30 to go in the third quarter last night for that wine and gold game. Yeah, they're back at it tonight. Yeah, they're still somehow in the 3 seed. You don't feel good about where they're sitting. I don't want to look back on that game one day and go, that's where it was. That's where it was. I feel like we've had some of those games where I keep saying, yep, that was where it turned, for the good or for the bad. And I just got this nagging, gnawing feeling that what we saw tonight, or last night, was not just some butt whooping, wasn't just something about going down to Miami. I have a bigger feeling about that game, and it's not a feeling I like. We'll discuss it this morning. We got Browns down there at the owners' meetings. Kevin Stefanski play calling. Old friend Cade York. What? Cade York? Coming back to the Cleveland Browns. We got the bracket. We got the morning of it. We got that damn immaculate grid. Got that damn grid today for on Monday. I'm pissed off. I'm fired up. Let's go, Ryan, right here on Big Play. Welcome to the show, everybody. I am Matt Fontana. He is Ryan Tyler. Good morning. Everybody's back to work after just being drunk on 12 hours of basketball for 4 straight days. We're back. Productivity low today, probably for a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, how's your bracket, Matt?
Don't care. You don't care. I don't care.
I asked for a reason. I do care.
I don't even know, man. I lost on Kentucky, which was bad.
Yeah. As long as you're champions, and it's fine.
UConn's still good. I still have Tennessee.
I'm glad I went to bed. I went to bed before that Creighton-Oregon game.
Double OT,
I'm
man.
glad I did because I would have been sweating it out.
That was a good game.
Crazy.
So I was like watching a lot of these games. I've been on ESPN the last couple nights, so like watching a lot of these games and the excitement and the tournament. It's always kind of interesting to see that you're going 1,000 miles an hour for 4 days, and now you're like, what are we gonna do now? You do have the women's today. They got a full slate of women's games going on. It's gonna be a lot of fun to watch. But yeah, tournament's been solid, and I think that the one thing on the NCAA tournament, because we don't talk too much on it here. We bet with Tipico, we love, but I think the health of the bracket is good. And what I mean by the health is you had some upsets, which I think people like. You kind of start knocking those off when you get to the sweets. Everybody likes them for the first weekend. Sure, fine. You want to knock those off. You got your 4 seeds. I saw this stat I brought up last night on the show was this is only the 5th time in NCAA history that every single 1 and 2 seed have made the Sweet 16. So you have a health of some of your popular teams, some of your popular players are still there. You've had a couple of your upsets. You still got your Cinderella stories. But I think the health of the bracket, and really, frankly, on the women's side, too, I think the health is there, which is good. It gets you interested, ready to go. When do they start again? Thursday, right? I think they're Thursday, Friday for Sweet 16, if I'm not mistaken. Then you get your Elite 8 Saturday, Sunday, and then you're off to the Final Four.
Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah, so there you go. So I think it's been solid. That was a good weekend of basketball, other than the Cavs we'll talk a lot about this morning, but been pretty good. I know our streams went well with Tipico. Everybody watching along. I think we had a couple more of those dialed up as well as we go. Thank God we didn't have a live stream of us watching that Cavs game last night. Because you'd heard four-letter word. Dude.
Well, Matt, you asked earlier if it was time to sound the alarm, and I'm looking at the comments. B Skrill says at this point it's "Let's go Guardians," and that's coming from this dude who's in the chat, always hyping up the Cavs, always hyping up the Cavs. So if that shows you how people are feeling about this team right now, that's it.
I don't want to look at that game, and I'm trying so hard to not say that broke the Cavs. That broke the Cavs. And I grab on Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. Chris is excellent at covering the Cavs. And his articles have been right. They are just trying to persevere through a really challenging time with the injuries. They got no favors with the schedule. And you add a piece of crap clunker last night. And you can lay it out for all the reasons that you want to believe. You were down in Miami. Okay, you can't do that. You are in no position to even have an influence of being in Miami. When it was LeBron-led teams, sure, you guys have put in a lot of work. You'll get a night out in Miami. Fine. This team is not afforded that. Now, the problem is it's not even like all these guys were out at restaurants and laying on the beach. It's even just the fact that they entered Dade County and your mind starts going other places. You come back, it's not a bad day today. The sun's out, but it's 40 degrees. The fact that they even entered Miami's corp limit, they start just thinking, and that's the Miami flu. If for those that don't know, when I talk about the Miami flu, it's at any more basketball than any other sport, but basketball, when you go to play the Heat, there's another factor in those games when you're on the road because you're in Miami. And again, I don't know what these guys were doing. I'm assuming that they were semi-locked. I don't know. I watched the game. How can I say they were locked in? I don't want to freak out. I want to buy into what Chris is saying. This was a tough stretch. It's just one game. But, bro, I can't help but watch that game and go, that broke us. And now I will look at tonight's game, and more importantly, the stretch that you're on now with winnable games, and your ass is in the fire. You have no choice but to win these games. And now I'm thinking about the psyche of the Cavs. I'm thinking about JB Bickerstaff. And what I don't want this to be. I don't want this to be in 3 months' time. We go back and go, yeah, that was it. That was it. That's where it all broke. And again, I thought the Cavs, the resiliency that they have shown, the tough, the grit, getting some improbable wins. This season's not a lost season, and there's still games to go. I just so badly don't want last night to be the game when it all gets torn up and we go there. That's what that was it. That was the straw that broke camel's back. That was it right there.
How out are you?
You know what I'm talking about. Donovan leaving, JB getting fired, trading away. Like, I just... Matt, I don't want to live there, right? I don't want to be there right now.
How out are you right now on Darius Garland?
Like, that's, you know me and Garland. You know where I'm at with Garland and JB getting upset about what again, maybe me, maybe other people. I don't know. Like, I like Darius Garland. I want him nothing more than to be the one of the guys, and it's just not apparent. It's not there. They are so broken right now. And it makes a lot of sense. You've been without Donovan Mitchell. Ryan, are we now entering a conversation where you're saying that you've missed Donovan Mitchell not the majority of the season? Bro, it's been like a third of the season now. On top of the missing of Mobley. I know he came back, but the missing of Garland. And the thing is, what do I have to grab onto right now? What do I have to grab onto this team right now? Your schedule eases up. You're still in this. It's not even like we fall into the 5 seed. You're still in the thick of this.
Damn close.
But it's like the schedule is so secondary because I don't know if the Cavs can beat St. Ignatius. Congratulations, by the way, on their state championship last night.
All right.
What? What? They won the championship. What do you want me to say? Congratulations.
No, the Cavs
Lutheran
beating.
East? No, I know. I'm just. It couldn't beat Ohio State right now. UConn Cavs. What's the spread, Ryan? No, I'm just kidding.
Cavs
minus
42.
80.
Yeah,
Be like that South Carolina game. Maybe like that South Carolina Presbyterian game. You guys cover that, by the way? Didn't you take Presbyterian like plus 53.5 or something?
It was Presbyterian Blue Hose plus 54.5. They lost by 52.
All right.
They showed some heart in that game.
Come on now. Cover.
Let's go. They're called the Blue Hose, the Presbyterian Blue Hose.
Okay, I'm glad you're saying that, not me. Good teams win. Great teams.
That's what I'm saying.
Cover.
And Holy Cross covered against Iowa, so good day for me.
Yeah, great job. Turning it around there, Tip. Go get to our Cavs boost for tonight as well. That's my thing is, the Cavs, they're in a funk. I'm in a funk. I can only imagine how they feel. And it's, okay, you had an off night. That's fine. Ryan, I am like 50 points. 50 points with, I think, a minute 32 to go in the third quarter. The fact that you scored 39 in the half when teams are putting that up in the first quarter, let alone.
So what's our question
It's going to make me throw up.
We got to have a good question today.
Dude, oh my God. They were down 86-50 with a minute 32 to go in the third quarter.
We're not a good basketball team without Donovan Mitchell.
Are we even a good basketball team with? Like all these things are just drilling into my head. I got 1,000 questions this morning. Did last night change your view on the Cavs? Did last night change your view on the Cavs? Do you think last night broke the Cavs? Were they already broke? I think the first question is the one that I really want to know. Are you looking to last night's game to say, I now have changed. I don't think we're winning a first-round matchup. I don't think all these, the best laid plans, we know, okay, that can always change in life. But, like, have you changed how you view this team after just that one game? And I'd love in the comments on Twitch, on YouTube, you can tweet at the show, at Matt Fontana Show, at Matt Fontana 83, Ryan's at Ryan Tyler 33. I'm begging for some optimism. I need it. And I'm open to it. You know, I'm not one of these people that I'm going to be so angry that I'm going to have fun being angry. You know, sometimes you can have fun being angry about it. I'm not having fun with this. I would love some sort of ray of sunshine with this team right now. And if you want to tell me, they're fool's gold. Fool's gold. We got all jacked up and hyped up during the midseason. What did we say multiple times? Playing your best basketball right now. They're not. And they could come out over these next couple of games, which have become must-wins and very winnable, and right the ship and get a little bit of buffer for three. What, dude? We just did the question last week. I think we did that question 4 days ago about where the seed was, do you think, for the Cavs? 2 is gone. It's gone, man. So if we go back to preseason expectations about them being a top 4 team, you're a game up on 5. You are teetering on not even having home court advantage in the first round. To go where we thought we might run down the Celtics. That seems like years ago that we were having conversations about trying to run down the Celtics. That's over now.
I was never on that train.
I'm sure. Yeah, that was probably a little
more.
There
were people.
Oh, no. I mean, then there was a reason that maybe you thought of it. You watch a game where you had one, and again, it just got out of hand. It just got out of hand. Cavs had nothing for that game pretty much from the start. Mobley's the only one to finish with double-digit points. Okay, positive, he's back. Great.
back.
Maybe you start get your lineups figured out. Strus, Dean Wade, Donovan Mitchell. We need these guys back. Like, man.
So I take it your vote for this question is clearly yes.
I'm changing my view of this Cavs team. And maybe I'm an idiot.
No, you're not.
Maybe I am. Depends who you talk to. Because maybe I held on too long.
Yeah.
Maybe I held on too long. And there could be people telling me, bro, this was slapping you in the face weeks ago. Where were you? Maybe I just didn't want to believe it. I don't know. The elephant in the room. What does Donovan Mitchell think of this, man? What does he think?
He's probably tired.
And I'm like, that's what I'm, and then there's an element of he's probably feeling like, all right, if I can just get back into this thing, or like, even as great as Donovan Mitchell is, he's not Superman. Can he instantly come in and change and fix these things? I don't know.
No.
It's going to be a lot. Dude, and there's so many bad thoughts, so many bad questions running through my head with this team right now. And I'd love the optimism. I want the optimism. Somebody give me something to say, Matt, you're freaking out over nothing. They're hurt. They were in Miami. It happens. I guess I just look at it from this standpoint. I don't see good teams doing what they did last night.
No, that's
and listen, I'm not talking elite teams. I'm not talking about great teams. I'm talking about a team that is in the 3 seed in the East. You cannot do that.
Well, Matt, let's go back to the question I proposed on Friday. I asked you, do you think Donovan, and this is no shot at Donovan Mitchell, but do you think Donovan Mitchell is that level of superstar that he could carry this team right now when 100% healthy?
Not this team right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Like prime MJ, prime LeBron couldn't carry this team right now.
Just this game this weekend totally changed your vote on that.
And the other thing, that wasn't the Bucks. That wasn't the Nuggets. It was the Heat. And I'll be one that I always just have this thing about the Miami Heat. I maybe it's a scar of LeBron. There are people that believe so much in that Heat culture. They're a team fighting in the play-in tournament. Imagine if that was a play-in tournament game last night. I know it's not. I know the playoffs are different. But, like, you didn't get throttled by some amazing team. Tweet, Matt, it's Miami. What did you want him to do? Talk about the Miami flu.
I hate that shit, dude. Get that out of here.
All right.
That's the worst excuse you could ever have, is saying,
Was Karis LeVert minus 26 on the floor last night? Oh, my. Ugh.
That's the most low-hanging excuse you could ever do for a team is, they don't play well here. Get that out of here.
Well, I don't think anybody necessarily. Yeah, okay. Again, I'll say this. I asked for the optimism, so I appreciate the message. I'm trying to find something here. The other, and I've avoided it for 18 minutes of this show.
You bring it up. DG.
No, another 2-letter acronym. JB. That's a loss. You sit down and you go, well, wait a minute. I love JB Bickerstaff, and that's why maybe another reason why I'm so hateful of that game last night.
What I'm saying,
that is one that you don't just flush.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's one when you sit
gonna
down.
Give yourself a migraine sitting here talking about this game, but nothing matters until the playoffs. It's either JB wins the first round.
You have been on that. Do you still have the wait till the playoffs, or just call me in the playoffs even after that game last night?
Yeah, because I don't care, and I'll tell you exactly why. It's because no matter what happens, if they win the first round, JB probably survives. If they lose, JB's gone, and we're having people calling for DG to get traded, people calling for Evan Mobley saying he's a bust, he's not going to hit his potential. And then Donovan Mitchell's probably going to look at this team and say, oh my God, this team is not good. I can't stay here for the rest of another 5 years in my prime and carry them because we're going to get nowhere. That's how it's going to go. That's going to be the narrative, and that's how it always has been this whole year. Whether the Cavs were the 1 seed or whether they're struggling right now, that's all it comes down to because of how badly they lost to the Knicks last year.
The thing is, you need to keep something alive. Even with all the injuries, you got to keep some little spark. There's got to be something that the Cavs say, this is what we do. Because when you get to a playoff series, even adopting your mindset, which I really need a little bit, I need a little bit of that. I need a little taste of that. When you get there, you still got to be able to say, this is what we do. This is what we do. For a good chunk for the Cavs, it has been defense, right? We used to talk about how good the defense was mostly with Mobley and Allen. And to say we got these two tall guys and they protect the rim and the Cavs metrics from defense last year. Now this year, defense took a little step back. You maybe applied some of that to your three-point shooting, which was clearly what the Cavs wanted to improve on this year. I don't know what they do. I don't know what they do. And
watching the Cavs is not enjoyable anymore.
It's
not fun, and that's why I don't watch them anymore. I say wait till playoffs.
Maybe the system's broken because the whole system was Donovan Mitchell. Maybe that's it. But now, I really, for the first time all year, Ryan, I don't know if they're getting out of the first round.
Here's the issue.
I don't know that.
And here's the issue when you look at this from a 1,000-feet view is that we can sit here today and talk all we want about the injuries. And somebody could tell me, and I'd say that's valid. Listen, we're one of the most injured teams in the NBA. We haven't had a solid 5 go out there consistently. What's you mentioned Donovan's already missing about almost a third of the season. We know the injuries to Evan Mobley and Darius Garland, and that's fine. We can sit here and use that as a Band-Aid to cover up what ugly loss that was. But at the end of the day, I don't think Donovan Mitchell's going to look at his future and use these injuries as an excuse to be like, oh, we're banged up, we'll come back healthy next year. No, because this is a decision that affects his career, the trajectory of his career, and I don't think he's going to sit there and be like, I have time to use this injury as an excuse. I'm going to sign an extension.
So Reflog posted this, and so did Padone last night. What do you do to fix the Cavs? And the easy answer is to get healthy. But then you start, okay, even if these guys come, and that's down the road, and who knows how that's going to play out. I really don't want to debate that because there's nothing is the psyche of this team, did they suffer irreversible damage on what they believe is a team? This is a long season. It's a long grind. And it's sometimes more about the mental. Do these guys tonight, as 12.5-point favorites on Tipico against the lowly Hornets, are they going to show up and tighten those belt straps up? Shout out to Darryl Waltrip. Are you going to tighten those laces up and say, all right, let's get after this? Or are they sulking? Are they broke? I don't even know if I can read into a game like tonight. You're at home. They come out and throttle the Hornets, at least I'll feel a little bit better that they have a pulse. I feel like they were void of a pulse last night. Whether or not X's and O's weren't working, whether or not defense and you weren't making shots, the fact that they rolled over and died last night is what I don't like. That is where I've got negative reflections now on JB Bickerstaff. Your team quit. They had nothing against a team that you very well might have to see in the playoffs. Your playoff seeding is slipping away by the game. And you had nothing. Nothing. If that tank is on empty, there's no gas station for the next 200 miles. You don't see those signs on the turnpike, get gas now. No gas station for another 75 miles. The Cavs don't have anything left, and you ain't going to be able to fill up the rest of the way out. You want to say getting Strus and Donovan Mitchell back will be enough? I hope so. I hope so. Because right now, their tanks are on empty. That needle has snapped off on your gauge. And you still got games to play, and you still got playoff seeding to get after. I can't help it. And I'm sure that there are people that cover the team or on the national spotlight that if they watched and listened to the show this morning, they tell me I'm an idiot and that I don't know about, and I would welcome that. I would welcome it because it'd get me off this ledge that I'm on right now with them. You know, man, there's still plenty of games left. And I hate just being the screaming sports guy and just, this team this and this and that. But it's like, oh, man.
Let me ask you this, Matt. So, it's just crazy because if I would have asked you this question at the start of the season when we did our Cavs preview for the, as the season opener was coming along, you would have said Evan Mobley untradeable.
Yes.
Where do you stand now?
I still believe the same.
I don't know.
Now, I'm not saying that things haven't changed on the Mobley trajectory or who you think he's going to be or what he. Okay,
that's a question I want to know.
When you drafted him, because remember. Was it not Scotty Barnes that went 2 in that draft? Who went ahead of him?
Evan Mobley?
Yeah.
What year was that?
2021, 2?
Is that Anthony Edwards?
No, Anthony Edwards. Okay, wait. 2021. Cade Cunningham went. Jalen Green went 2. Because Scotty Barnes went 4. That's right. Do you remember the excitement that people go, oh my God, Houston, what a script. Cade Cunningham was always going 1 in that draft. When the Cavs had Mobley slip to 3, people freaked out. They go, man, what a mistake. What a mistake. And I'm not here to compare Evan Mobley to Jalen Green. And I will tell you, I'm still very high on Evan Mobley.
The problem is,
I'm very high on him still.
The problem I have is with Evan Mobley, though. I don't think anybody in the league is scared to go up against him.
Well, I mean, you got to remember, too, what is he, 22 years old?
I understand that, but I don't know if that's something that grows.
Well, no, I think it will. I think it can. I think it can. And he's had some injuries that have slowed him. The thing about the Cavs and how I believe the Cavs view Evan Mobley is the same as the NBA views it. You don't give up on a prospect like that. You will ride that until the wheels fall off for what Evan Mobley could possibly be. Fair. Now, did we hype it maybe too much like we do with every single draft pick in every single sport, saying that this is the next coming of whatever, right? Maybe that was too much, but I still see tangible things that I go, yeah, he's a damn good player. Like, say no matter what you want about how you really feel about Evan Mobley, I will tell you, unbiased, that he is an above-average player in the NBA. And he was, oh, it's above average? What's that? I'll take that 3 years in for a 22-year-old kid that still has room to grow.
So where are we standing with DG, though?
Okay, DG...
Can he hit the road?
Somebody's going to have to go. Unless it's Mitchell, which we don't want. Like that, and I hate playing this musical chairs crap, but yeah. In this opportunity of Mitchell not being there, have you felt during any of these stretches that that Darius Garland has stepped up and taken the reins? I haven't.
Maybe like once.
That's what I'm saying. It's not been consistent, and that's kind of all I wanted. I didn't necessarily ask them to go win 8 out of 10 games in this stretch or anything like that. It's the optics of the game. Do I see Darius Garland actually leading this team to wins? And I don't. So then that gets me in a bad place with him. Mobley's different. Mobley, I can't explain. It's different. Because the other thing, would you rather not have a 6'10 guy like Evan Mobley or a guard like Darius Garland? Of course you're going to take Evan Mobley. Just on a body tape. Take the name and the draft pick and the money. Everything take out of it. You've got a potential floor-stretching 6'11" 4 who is working on a three-point shot. Every GM's Yep. We are no longer in the point guard dominant NBA. You don't need running backs in the NFL anymore, and point guards are not the same in the NBA. Top teams, they have one, sure. They're built with their front court. Not many back court. And again, and positions get free. You know, Luka is a point guard. I get it. You know, was Jason Tatum a 2 or 3. I get it. I understand all that. What I'm saying is the NBA is in this spot right now. The body type and what you think Evan Mobley should be, he is a unicorn. And even if it was just what I think he can bring on the defensive side of things, it's still worth the pick. Still worth the pick. Yeah, you want to sit there and redo this with Scotty Barnes or, should have made that. I can't entertain that. I will not entertain that. I just won't. Okay? You could have taken Jonathan Kuminga. Or is he, and he not been traded 3 times by now in his career? I'm fine with Evan Mobley. I'm all in on Evan Mobley. I want to be all in on Darius Garland. I just can't be. And there's so much still to be played out. The thing is, the other kind of gnawing issue with the Cavs, talk so much Cavs, got a lot of Browns to get to this morning as well, but is this not the same feeling that we had last year? Which is utter underperformance. Now, last year happened in the playoffs, but I'm getting the same lowly vibes. And we had to hang around all off season and talk about how the Knicks kicked our ass. You thought maybe we'd come out the other side of it and all this season was going to erase that. I'm back to a low like I was then. It's different. This is the regular season. It's different opponents, sure. But I'm back to that low. And I just thought maybe, I don't know, the Cavs, this is an unfair statement. Everybody listening, this is a completely unfair statement. I thought they learned a little from last year to not let this happen again. And that sounds so crazy for me even to say. Again, there are injuries. This is still professional basketball. Things like this can happen. But I see it happening again. And maybe it was fool's gold. Maybe we never really believed that we'd be in the Eastern Conference Finals. I'd love for people to tell me I'm overreacting this game. I need that. I need it sorely.
A seeding game?
I mean, okay, at this point, you're a half game up on the Knicks.
Would you rather play Orlando or Indiana?
What's that?
Would you rather play Orlando or Indiana?
Well, Orlando's on quite the streak right now. They're playing. I mean, even the Pacers, we've seen them more recently. I'll take either one. I guess if I had to pick, I'd rather have the Pacers. But we haven't seen Orlando. We have one more game with Orlando, do we not? Here, let me just look at the Cavs schedule real quick. Because, dude, I just need to get to this West Coast swing that I was talking so much about. So here comes your back-to-backs. We have the Hornets tonight, and then we're in Charlotte on Wednesday. And then on Friday, you've got the 76ers. You have no choice but to win these next 3 games. Because then you start your West Coast swing with Denver, Utah, Suns, both the LA teams. You finish it out with, again, what could be 3 winnable games. Do you get Donovan Mitchell back? You want just a little cherry on top of this? Right? I'm not hearing anything on Donovan Mitchell. At least I heard Mobley and Strus were on the court doing some stuff, and we get Mobley back. Maybe Strus. I'm not, and correct me if I'm wrong. Am I missing it?
I haven't seen anything.
Have I seen any semblance of news? Okay, wait. I can buy some of his jerseys. Great. Like when I Google Donovan Mitchell, here's a March 24th update from Sportskeeda. I don't even know what that is, but it's the latest update. So we knew he wasn't going to play. Is there anything no, this article is nothing. There's literally nothing in this right now about Donovan Mitchell and where we're at. So at minimum, he's another week away.
Cavs
at minimum, in a week where you got to win your 3, then you better be ready to go for that West Coaster. The Browns will make me feel better, won't they? Cade York, yeah, that'll make me feel better. Vote on our Twitter question this morning, at Matt Fontana Show. Did last night change your view on this Cavs team? I needed a vent for a while. Half hour in. I just had to get out, man. I don't even know if wiping the floor tonight with the Hornets is going to make me feel better.
That's the thing.
I don't even know.
The problem is you're playing a team like the Hornets.
Don't even know.
You win. You're supposed to win.
Don't
you lose.
even know.
We're talking tomorrow about burning Rock and Mortgage Fieldhouse down.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But there's a lot. There's a lot we got to get to with that game. All right, a lot of questions coming in. We'll get to that. We got a lot of Browns. We got the owners' meetings going on down there in Florida. Question to Stefanski about play calling and that narrative. We'll get to that. Cade York returns? What? We'll get to that coming up. We got a lot as well with the NCAA tournament. We got more Ohtani. I am all in on the Shohei Ohtani thing, man.
Just drafted him I had my baseball draft last night.
I am all in on this. I'm waiting to see. He's supposed to talk to the media today on exactly what. I just want the truth, man. I just want to know what's going on with that. We'll get to the morning update. We'll get to timeout. We got our bracket. Final week here before we set our finals. Best bar in Cleveland. We go to downtown West 25th. Another bracket I think we could pretty much fill out ourselves. Oh, and Tremont. We'll do Tremont. Love Tremont. Hote's Cafe, number 1 seat. They got nickel tabletop. Oh, my God, Ryan, we got to go. $2 PBRs. Tabletop shuffleboard. That's all I need in life.
Nice.
That's really all I need in life. Are you good tabletop shuffleboard? What is your bar game? Pool, darts, none of it? I'm
a really good pool player.
I can't play pool. I suck at pool.
I'm good at pool. Darts.
Who was I just talking to? They go, yeah, I bring my own darts. Oh, I went to the Monsters game on Friday. A lot of fun. Always fun to go to the Monsters games. And I was there with my brothers and friends. One of my brother's girlfriend, she won a Loge as part of a raffle. So we're all hanging out. And we're talking to our buddies, and they were giving one of their buddies crap. They're like, dude, you bring your own darts to the bar. Okay, that's legit.
Yeah, my dad
That's legit. You know, bringing your own darts. Tabletop shuffleboard. And not a lot of bars. Either you have it or you don't. As far as Cleveland goes, Hotes and $2 in Lakewood. $2 in Lakewood actually has 2 tabletop shuffleboards. And there's a world that I see myself as the dad on in a Tuesday night tabletop shuffleboard league at a bar. I strive for those days. I'll get there one day. Big tabletop shuffleboard. So Hotes will make it out of Tremont. A lot of great bars down there. So we'll do Tremont, downtown, West 25th for your favorite bar. We'll get to that bracket a little bit later in the show. Do we got the boost? Do you got it? Not yet.
No, I do.
Oh, you do? Yeah, all right, let's go. Come on. Hey, you want the Cavs feel better about me? Let's hit our Tipico boost tonight. All right, I'm down on the Cavs. Let's hit it with Tipico. Ryan, 3 legs, boost down and up. Tell everybody what it is.
All righty. Well, Jared Allen to record 12-plus rebounds. Karis LeVert, 6+ assists. And we're going the over at 205.5. Tipico boost that up to plus 488.
We need a hit, man.
We need to see one go in.
I need my Face ID here. Logging in, Typico, boom. Cavs, boost tonight. Brian, that's going to make me feel better if we hit that.
I hope, man.
I do. We got to have it here. Is it under the Ohio trending bets yet or no?
It's in. I know it's in there if you go into the Cavs game.
Cavs game. Just go to the Cavs game. All right.
Boosts.
Cavs, Hornets. Let's go to boosts. A lot of boosts for this game. All right, here we are. Plus 488. I am in with Typico. Boom. Bet placed. Here we go. Rocking it on out. Use that code Fontana100 when you get signed up. How'd your weekend go in the bracket? Not well. Folks, get on with Typico. Get on with that imperfect parlay. I'm telling you. Download the app for new customers. Deposit and bet $25 on whatever you want. You want a line? Bet Iowa just to win. $25. You'll hopefully win that bet, and then you'll get $100 in bonus bets. A couple of my buddies were texting me over the weekend. They go, man, we got these bonus bets. Let's ride. And then you jump in on the imperfect parlay. What's the imperfect parlay? You could do a whole stretch. You want to do this? You know how fun that would be? Do all 8 of the Sweet 16 games over Thursday, Friday. Do that. Do it. And then you only want, 13 of those, or 13 is 16 teams, only 8 games. You only want 6 of those 8 games to hit. You can do that with the imperfect parlay. It was made for the tournament, folks. It was made for the tournament. Typico madness going on right now. Download the app. Use that code Fontana100. You jump on our boosts. All the games coming up. We got baseball. It's gonna be a lot of fun for the NBA playoffs. I picture a lot of imperfect stuff coming with the playoffs. You know, the NBA playoffs. There's a couple games you get 3-4 games in a day.
Yeah,
a little March Madnessy. And you sit there and just cook up these parlays, man. Cook up these boosts. Get it going with Typico. Download the app. Use that code Fontana100 when you sign up. All right, I got to talk about some Browns. I need to flush. I mean, I just need to step away from the Cavs for a second. I'm trying to learn this more as a parent. You know You know what this weekend was, right?
What's that?
Potty learning.
Ew.
Don't call it training. Because you're not trying to train your kid. You're trying to teach them something. It was the first weekend. There were accidents. So I'm on it, man. I need to set this aside. We'll jump into some Browns because they always make me feel better. Sometimes. We'll get to the Browns. Some news coming out from the NFL owners' meetings down there. Cade York returning. More of that. Jerry Jeudy's contract out. Make you feel a little bit better about it. I was good on it, but I really feel good about the Jerry Jeudy deal after that. We'll get to all of it. We'll tell you what it is coming up here. Big play. Fontana Show. Stay with us.
Well, how do they know I'm doing this? Did somebody leak this out?
It's social media.
Oh.
It's just, that's the way social media works now.
I thought maybe you were just running that yap.
Welcome to Big Play, a sports media team that started back in 2014, and now we're not in a garage. Look at us, incorporating some of Cleveland's favorite sports personalities, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland. Coming to you live from the shores of Lake Erie and Burke Lakefront Airport, join Team Big Play for all the best sports talk in Ohio. Check us out on social media at Big Play, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland.
Anthony Schlegel, just how physical he was. You saw the girth and the power and everything he was bringing to the table, especially when he was a nice beefy 255 playing middle linebacker.
We were called soft last year. You don't want to be soft, especially when you come to the playoffs. So that's going to be a process throughout this season of establishing us as a harder team here in the
How does an Ohioan build the perfect parlay?
Who's got something? Big guys looking for long odds. The kids in Columbus are covering better than anyone, and at even odds. If it's even, I'm leaving. Listen, our championship DVD starts today, all right?
Dude, I just got an invite to a Cincy playoff watch party.
Shut up. Cincy, State, Cleveland, the perfect parlay. I'm a genius.
For the best odds on Ohio sports, bet with your cojones.
It is Spanish, dummy.
Bet with Typico Sportsbook.
I don't buy into this nonsense, this conspiracy nonsense that he's got his money and he's dogging it. That's ridiculous.
NFL offseason is chugging along. One of the big things every year, the NFL owners meetings going on down there in Orlando. Got a little bit of news. Kevin Stefanski spoke this morning. Play calling, Judy's contract, Cade York, and private equity. We sound like we're rich here, right? Oh, yeah, private equity, yeah. How's your Roth? Yeah, something like that. We'll get to all that right here. Welcome back. Fontana Show. I have no private equity. You want private equity in our show? Come on in. Come on in. I'll give you a name. Talk to Dave. Talk to Ken. Private equity. You want a piece of the show? Come on in. We got you here. Big Play, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, Instagram. Follow us at Matt Fontana Show across all the platforms right there. We start with the Browns on kind of the micro level here with them. Kevin Stefanski speaking this morning. He doesn't know who's calling plays. It's not a big deal. You know, it's like, I understand that it's a big part of what you want to believe with the Browns, and I'm not minimizing it, okay? A good play caller is worth his weight in gold when it comes to the NFL. They don't have an answer yet because, frankly, I don't think they know. And fans want to know. Some people in the media want to know. How can you make them answer a question when they really have no idea? When will they get the answer? I don't know. Just figure it out. Like, I'm not one of these people that get all hung up on it. My gut, Kevin Stefanski's going to keep calling plays. If it's Ken Dorsey, do I care? Not really. Just do a good job. That's all I ask. And the Browns will figure that out as they get through the offseason with mini camps and then eventually to training camp. So that was really kind of it from Kevin Stefanski this morning. I think he was asked about Flacco. I don't know what his response was. They sent out that nice, that nice little, did they send that on Friday as a news dump thing? Was that it? I can't remember.
What
they sent out like a thank you.
Like
yeah, they sent like a thank you to Flacco, the customary tweet, the goodbye.
Were Browns fans crying in the comments?
They were probably lining up to spend more money for autographs. I don't know. Asking like, hey man, can we get one more autograph session? I don't know. But I'm trying to look. Shout out to Chris Easterling, Akron Beacon Journal. Kevin Stefanski said that reshaping the quarterback room wasn't necessarily the goal this offseason. They're looking at the best way to put the room together. They're excited about Jameis. They bring in Tyler Huntley. And he would not comment or commit to any sort of depth chart in the room. I'll tell you what the depth chart is. It's not a big deal. Deshaun Watson, according to Stefanski, is right where he needs to be as far as the schedule going on his rehab. There's reports that he was starting to throw last week, which is great. They talked a little Vrabel. Not much comes out. Not much comes out from Stefanski at these meetings. He was asked about a couple of things. The play calling is probably the biggest one. And he did say that fit was the reason for Jameis Winston. You knew that. I knew that. Everybody understood it. You could be upset about Flacco, but we kind of move on from there. What did you think when you saw the news that Cade York was coming back? It is just a futures. Can I explain the futures reserves deals to everybody? So at the end of the season, players that are on the practice squad, they're done. There is no off-season practice squad. Now, the off-season roster gets expanded out. Like when you go to training camp, there's a 90-man roster that eventually you cut down. So you usually see a lot of these guys that were on practice squad sign what is called a reserves futures contract. What that is, they get to be here for the off-season. They get to go through mini camp, they get to work out with the team, whatever, and they get to go to training camp. They're not, if nothing changes, I mean, eventually they have to get cut. But if they want to make the regular season, they got to be signed to a different deal. If not, sometimes if they're subject to waivers, they got to go through waivers or eventually go back to the practice squad. I applaud Browns fans. They handled the Cade York news for what it is. They didn't want to give, this guy was still a third-round pick. You throw him on the practice squad, and maybe he's something. We can drama. Again, it's a kicker. I get it. We're all in on Dustin Hopkins. That's another part of this, is having the strength to believe in him and know that this isn't a thing. I guess I was a little shocked that Barry still was like, I'm not ready to give up on this guy, which I think is fine. It's, in a way, another statement of, I don't want to say power, but they have the fortitude, if you will, to be like, hey, we still want to see what this guy has. Because it's easy to chalk it up and be like, hey, man, we screwed this up. And then the extreme opposite other end is you keep a guy on the roster and you drive it into the ground because you drafted him and you believe he's the guy we're going to trust our evaluation. Cade York at this point is not an NFL kicker. He was still really good in college and did some things with the Browns in his rookie year. That's worth a practice squad spot. Sure. I'm shocked Cade would want to come back. Wouldn't you want to flush it? And I don't know what his other opportunities were. Maybe he saw what Bubba Ventrone was able to do with Dustin Hopkins, and maybe this will help him resurrect his career. I don't know. It's not a big deal with Cade York coming back. It's just kind of funny. I just think it's
I don't know. Maybe Andrew was a little sentimental. Maybe he missed him in the locker room. I don't know. But, I gave it a little chuckle when I saw the news. But other than that, I mean, like you said, it's
the only thing I really know about Cade York from a personal thing is he got a big badass truck. That's it.
Okay.
I see him leave. When I was out there every day in Berea, I saw him leave. He's got this big, lifted Ram.
Yeah, I don't know what his other options were. I wonder if he even had another option. But, I mean, it was a move that I just read, chuckled, and moved on.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the Browns. The other thing coming out, the Jerry Jeudy contract structure. And I think at this point, it kind of looks more of, obviously, as we've known, the spreading out of the money. And I don't know, right? I just look at it and I say it's even better than I kind of thought it was.
Yeah, was it 20-something guaranteed?
Yeah, like everybody saw 41 fully guaranteed. So this was from Breer yesterday. 3-year, $52 million deal. For 2024, $19 million in signing bonus and base, a $16 million base next year, 13-4, then 17. First 2 years are fully guaranteed, plus $6 million of his base. What's different, Albert Breer writes, Judy's deal was first restructured. Remember when they restructured him when he kind of first got here to free up some cap space and adding void years and knocking down to the minimum. So he got another $6 million signing bonus in the new deal and a raise. So it's really 2 different contracts.
Okay.
And I'll kind of defer to Jack on how you parse kind of through it. But when people initially saw it, to go, oh man, all that money, all that guaranteed, I'd kind of look at it and say it's even better than I thought it was going to be.
So what's the total guaranteed? Do you know?
I'm trying to run through here. Okay, so this is from Jack yesterday.
Okay.
And he said this is why you wait for the full report.
Yeah, I saw that.
The initial report was $58 million over 3 years with 41 guaranteed.
Right.
The real numbers, 52.5 with only 28 guaranteed. So you're talking about a $13 million difference in guaranteed. That's pretty good. On the good side for the Browns. And as you work through contracts, that's why we love Jack and why he's so good at it. And he's talking about new money, by the way. He's talking about he was already on a hook for this year, right? It's not as bad as you think. And they're spreading it out. What have I been continuing to say? That money is wide receiver 2 money. Really even starting, I think, after next year. That money at, what is it, 16?
I mean,
16.3 a year.
Calvin got in Tennessee, man. I mean, they're handing out checks.
And I get it, but Jerry Jeudy's not on those guys' level.
Right.
And I'll tell you this. I think that contract fits him. Whatever Mark Schlereth has to say about him, whatever everybody says about drops or the quarterback said Jerry Jeudy had to play with, I think that contract fits him. Yeah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And what you do is you sign guys to a deal that fits them and you hope they exceed it. You know, the NFL, somebody said this to me a long time ago about how contracts work in the major sports. Where baseball and basketball, you get paid for what you've already done. You see guys get fat deals for things that they have already accomplished, right? Specifically in the NBA. Why is the Supermax a thing? Why is all NBA important? Because it's things that you've already done. Baseball, you're a pitcher that has one good year, and they just go, here's $90 million, man. And how many of those guys just go belly up? Football is a little different. You pay guys on what you project to get out of them. So again, baseball and basketball, you get paid for what you've already done. Football, you get paid on what they think you're going to do. And that's why the guaranteed money, that's why the structure of the NFL contracts are so different. Yeah, there's injury in part of that, but you really look at the guaranteed. Ryan, let's just do this because it's anybody you talk to that says anything about contracts, what do you care about? It's guaranteed money. You got him on 3 years, $28 million. I'll take that deal today, tomorrow, last week, and twice on Thursday.
Yeah, very nice deal.
All day. All day for Jerry Jeudy. It's even better than you thought with the real contract numbers coming out. The other thing I want to get to with the NFL, because Front Office Sports put a few of these articles out this morning, and I talked about private equity. There was actually a really big discussion that is going to be happening down there at the owners' meetings. So as we know, the owners' meetings a lot of times get tied up in rule changes. Teams are allowed to submit proposals. I know the Browns are on the forefront of the proposal of moving back the trade deadline. You got to talk about this hip drop tackle. You got to talk about kickoffs. And then they sit down and they discuss things and all that. But the other part of this meeting is to get people's books in order and discuss media rights. And one of the big things for the NFL is private equity investment. Let me do my best that I can to explain this to everybody. So, of the major sports in America, football in the NFL is the only one that does not allow private equity investments. What does that mean? When you hear that Myles Garrett is a part owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers, that is a private equity investment. He had money, went to Dan Gilbert and said, I would like to buy in to the Cleveland Cavaliers. That happens everywhere. Is Usher still in with us?
I think so.
I think he is, right? They are. In the NFL, no. You are either part of that initial investment group, and people are screaming at me, go, Condoleezza Rice and Lewis Hamilton are part owners of the Broncos because they were in the initial group that bought them. There's no going back later and saying, I want to buy a piece of the team. It's kind of shocking that the NFL, for the billions of dollars and the greediness that they have not yet allowed this. And Ryan, I will tell you, they're going to allow this. They are printing money left and right. Now, the NFL, I think, likes the sanctity of that you are the owner. When you buy the team, it's your team, even if it's a group, but that's it. You own it. And when you sell the team, you're selling the team. There's not chunks. There's not pieces. But one of the things I was reading about this, they would love to do, not necessarily to the level of what Mark Cuban did. Mark Cuban basically sold the Mavericks, but he still runs things. Do you know who would scream for this? The Brown family in Cincinnati. Some of these teams that don't, again, everybody's making money in the NFL. Everybody's got revenue streams. But what they would really like is we still own the team. We still own the majority. We still call the shots. We'll take $75 million from you, though. Here's a chunk of the team. And you got to split revenue. And then, it's not just about being a glorified season ticket holder here. There's more that goes into it. I'm kind of shocked the NFL has not done that yet. Now, I don't think there's a negative thing to this because you don't have to do it. Teams that are owned by the uber rich, David Tepper doesn't have to do anything if he doesn't want to. Stan Kroenke doesn't have to do anything if he doesn't want to. If Jerry Jones doesn't want to sell pieces of the Cowboys, he doesn't have to. And I think the Haslams are in a very powerful position. They don't have to do it either if they don't want to. But I also look at it and say, we need that new stadium, and there's a revenue stream for this. Is it enough to cover it? Well, no. For billions of dollars, they'd be buying a chunk of the team. But to pick up $100 million for somebody to say that they want to be a part owner of the team, sure. So that's something that I want to bring up for Browns fans, that this is actually, it could be very important. It could be very important. With where we stand with the stadium, with the money that is going to be needed in the back and the forth, I'll tell you another thing too, Ryan, you're ready for this? The city of Cleveland hopes this goes through because then that is additional revenue that they could potentially. Now, the thing is, you're going to sit down and be counting other people's money. Pretend that you're the Haslams, and I'm Mayor Bibb, and I'm the city of Cleveland, and they pass this private equity thing, and I'd go, oh, all right, let's just say it's a bill. You need $1 billion. All right, well, we could split this, 500. And the Haslams go, or tell me, we would really want you to go 60-40.
Wow. Do you think you could pull a 60-40 for me?
Well, you guys just got a $100 million private equity investment there. What are you talking about? It's almost like it's 60-40 because you just got $100 million. And again, you're counting other people's money, and that's sometimes how desks get flipped in meetings. But, I'm just saying. So this is vitally important. This is something to keep an eye on. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't happen. It's more money. And the fact that other leagues have done it. But there is something about does it make a little sense now, Ryan, how you hear, there is one owner of the team. And so, again, it can be a group, but when they buy in, they're in, and they own that team. Josh Harris owns the Commanders. It doesn't mean that he didn't get other money from people and that he's got a group, but he owns the team. The Haslams own the Browns. That's it. There's no such thing as Donovan Mitchell coming to the Browns like Myles Garrett did with the Cavs saying, I want a piece of this team. There is none of that because they don't have that rule in place. So to see the money that's getting moved around and, I guess maybe for the NFL, it's kind of a funny statement, but I'll say it anyway. It's like, how much money do you really need? How much do you actually need? But it is the NFL. They'll take every single thing that they can get. And it's just going through the roof. And the thing is, where's that money going to go? Because you want to know then who else would be counting money of the owners? The Players Association when they sit down and talk about the salary cap. And this has nothing to do with the players. This is an owner thing. But if it does pass, the players are sitting there going, all right, well, now you got minority investors. You got small investors here. Where's that money going? The owners come back and say, no, this is going for, again, I don't want to say our pockets, but to redo the stadium or whatever, all that kind of stuff. So this is something that could be pretty big. And actually, Jimmy Haslam did talk to Front Office Sports on this. He was the one that said, here's the write-up here. In fact, Browns owner Jimmy Haslam confirmed to Front Office Sports that private equity would be discussed, although he was non-committal to whether he supported loosening the league prohibition of institutional investment in teams. Raiders owner Mark Davis briefed the finance committee on the Tom Brady situation. Because, again, that'd be the kind of same thing. Tom Brady wants a piece of the Raiders. He's got to get, and the holdup was he was like kind of playing and all that kind of stuff. Here are the things, supposedly, according to Front Office Sports, here's the agenda for the NFL owners' meetings. The NFL's business, heavy focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion, flag football, and international efforts. Those are the things that are supposed to be on the agenda. And I guess later today on Monday, it's like an open forum where they're like, all right, we have an agenda. Do they have like a gap? Do we have a gap on here?
You should have it. I think it's in the drawer.
Like, could you imagine sitting there and Roger Goodell going, all right, this comes to order now. Jesus. Oh, man. I should just probably put it on the desk, but you can't see it on the camera. Hey, Mark, quiet down over there.
Who would be the loudest, Mark
mouth? Davis, what are you talking about? Or Jerry. So? Jerry Jones, be quiet over there.
Jerry would be an issue.
Josh Harris walks in and they go, who the hell's that guy? Oh, hey, welcome to it, buddy. How are you? Imagine Lewis Hamilton walking in between races. Hey, how's it going? You'd be a popular guy in there.
What do you think the average age of an NFL owner is?
62. Can you Google that quick? Yeah. I'm going to get, well, yeah, I would probably, I mean, who's the youngest? They got to be in their 50s. What billionaire do you know in their, I'm sure they're out there. Spoiler, I'm not one of a billionaire in their 30s. I'm going to say 62.
This says 75.
No way.
It says the average NFL owner is 75.
No way.
According to an article on March 31st,
okay, so you do have some that like really skew it.
This was like last year.
Yeah, like Virginia Hallis and the Ford family, technically, even though they have other people that kind of run it.
Virginia Hallis? 97?
I know.
Mike Brown, 84. Janice McNair, 84.
Yeah, Tennessee.
Stephen Ross, 80.
Virginia Hallis is 101 years old. But again, it's like, you know, she has family that runs it for her. She's the principal owner, so that skews it. I guess I would look probably more at like the average of who's actually running it. Who's the youngest? Do you have the list of the youngest? Let me Google that. Youngest NFL owner.
What the hell is this picture of Jimmy Haslam? That does not look like him.
What is that?
You see that, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't that not look like him at all?
That looks like one of the worst Photoshops I've ever seen in my life. Are you? What article? Or where? That is not him. That's D. Haslam. Yeah. That is not Jimmy Haslam.
I thought I was tripping. I'm like, that is not him.
No, that's not him. That's weird. Get off that site.
Youngest.
The closest that
Hunt.
The closest that I have is from Pro Football Network from last year. Is it Clark Hunt?
Who the hell is that?
It's Clark Hunt. He's 58. Josh Harris, 58. Michael Bidwell of the Cardinals is 58. Brian Glazier of the Buccaneers, 58. Bisciotti, 62. Irsay's only 63. That's crazy. Isn't that nuts? Yeah, that's not him. There's no way that it is. So I would say if it's skewing, it wouldn't be that much. Do you want to pull that? Can you pull that up for the like? Is that SB Nation?
Yard Barker?
Oh, Yard Barker. So again, we were just Googling the youngest NFL owners. Ryan stumbles on this article. There is no way that that is Jimmy Haslam. What is that? He looks like a game show host in that. Dude, I'm telling you, that's not even close to him.
That's what I'm saying.
That looks like if you went to ChatGPT or whatever and said, hey, what does Jimmy Haslam look like?
I thought I was tripping.
It's not even like that's a bad Photoshop. That is not him.
I thought I was
that's
tripping.
Not
that is
Jimmy.
not Jimmy.
There's no way. Now, that's D. That's Mrs. Haslam right there. But I don't know who that other guy is. That's not him. Who is that?
The caption says it's them.
It's not. I will tell you that it's not. There's no way that's him. Unless he got a massive amount of plastic surgery that but I just saw Jimmy last year. No way that's him. Yeah. That's insane. That's nuts. But big day for the NFL when it comes to the owners meeting. Again, Browns fans, keep your eye out on that. See how it kind of goes. All right, we'll get back into our Twitter question this morning. How you feeling about the Cavs? Where are you at with the Cavs after that tough game last night? We'll get to that coming up. We got the grid. We've got baseball. Got the roster set, Miles Straw, and all of it. We'll get to that coming up at the morning update. And also, don't forget, we'll get to our Tipico boost. Remind people that and our bracket. Lock and loaded. Hour 2 upon us. Monday, big play. What a day. Oh.
What do you...
Big play.
Oh.
It's underneath us. Right here. Big play. Folks, Monday's our biggest day. We always kick things off 9 to 11. You got Hanford tonight. You got Blake and Greg Williams tonight. You got the Big Play Cleveland show. Tomorrow, our Cincinnati show. Josh Maria Cribbs, Chico, Bruce.
Also, Booby tonight.
Oh, Booby. Oh, man. I'd love to get Booby's thoughts, man. Love to get his thoughts.
He's
on
always
those
optimistic,
kids.
though.
I know, and I need some of that. I need a little. You want some optimism? Get Booby in.
But I want to see him peel back the layers and be honest.
I'd love to. That's
and maybe he is. That's not fair of me to say he's not being.
And I'll tell you what. I didn't message Evan Damaro because I need somebody to take it to a different level. On the surface, I'm pissed the F off. I'm in a bad spot on this surface level. What I would love, and I don't even know if this exists, would somebody like Evan or Booby or somebody really in the know say, Matt, let's take it down to this level, and I'm going to tell you why you don't need to be that upset. I'm craving for some advanced metric here. I'm craving for some little stat to tell me that what I saw wasn't that bad. Because the stats I look are the box score. And that tells me that that was poop last night. So I need something to grab onto to say, it wasn't that bad. Wasn't all that bad. It's like when you lose a bet, but you get a cash back. You're like, there's something you got here.
A no sweat bet.
No sweat bet. Something like that. Little cash back rewards there with Tipico. I need something with this team. So we'll figure it out. All right, let's catch a break. Come back. Morning update. Lot to get to. Want to talk some baseball on a big day for Shohei Ohtani. Stay with us.
Well, how do they know I'm doing this? Did somebody leak this out?
It's social media.
Oh.
It's just that's the way social media works now.
I thought maybe you were just running that yap.
Welcome to Big Play, a sports media team that started back in 2014, and now we're not in a garage. Look at us, incorporating some of Cleveland's favorite sports personalities, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland. Coming to you live from the shores of Lake Erie and Burke Lakefront Airport, join Team Big Play for all the best sports talk in Ohio. Check us out on social media at Big Play, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland.
Anthony Schlegel, just how physical he was. You saw the girth and the power and everything he was bringing to the table, especially when he was a nice beefy 255 playing middle linebacker.
We were called soft last year. You don't want to be soft, especially when you come to the playoffs. So that's going to be a process throughout this season of establishing us as a harder team here in the
How does an Ohioan build the perfect parlay?
Who's got something? Big guys looking for long odds. The kids in Columbus are covering better than anyone. And at even odds. If it's even, I'm leaving. Listen, our championship DVD starts today. All right?
Dude, I just got an invite to a Cincy playoff watch party.
Shut up. Cincy, State, Cleveland, the perfect parlay. I'm a genius.
For the best odds on Ohio sports, bet with your cojones.
It is Spanish, dummy.
Bet with Tipico Sportsbook.
I don't buy into this nonsense, this conspiracy nonsense that he's got his money and he's dogging it. That's ridiculous.
All right, let's get to it. The morning update. Gonna warm me up just a little bit with baseball. I always think it's fun to see the opening day roster, a little drama on Miles Straw. We'll get to Ohtani. We got the NFL owners meetings. For the reasons of accuracy, we'll get to the Cavs as well. Ryan, take it away. Morning update.
All right, Matt. I was going to start with the Browns, but you know what? Let's just get it out of the way.
Let's get out of the way so I can
Cavs
focus
with
on some
ugly,
other things.
ugly. I don't know if I can say ugly enough loss to the Miami Heat. They lose by 40+, Matt. Injuries are mounting, obviously, but the excuses are running out, and quite frankly, time's running out till we get to these playoffs.
Yeah, and the thing is, I'm going to feel this way for this week. Now, they go wipe the floor with the Nuggets, and they go beat the Suns next week. Sure, there's nothing about beating the Hornets and maybe even the 76ers is going to make me feel better. And I don't know when I'm going to get Donovan Mitchell back. At this point, you might as well sit him out. I'll tell you this. You can't go 3-0 this week without Donovan Mitchell. You should just fold the season. Get back in the lottery for a pick that we don't even have. You can't beat these teams coming up here without Donovan Mitchell. Pack it on in. All right, the Heat are a good basketball team. The Charlotte Hornets are tanking. The 76ers, I'm going to ask you to win that game. I'm sorry. I'm going to ask you to win that damn basketball game. There's nothing that they will do this week that's going to make me feel better. Nothing. They could win by 60 tonight. They could set an NBA record tonight for scoring and win margin. And I'm still going to be like, yeah, well, what happened Sunday night? All right, I lied. There is one thing that they can do tonight that'll make me feel a little bit better.
What's that?
Hit our damn boost on Typical.
True,
That's
true.
it. Over Allen,
12 rebounds.
Karis.
LeVert, 6 assists.
That's it. Hit our boost, and maybe I'll have a different conversation for you tomorrow. Yeah, Ryan. Like I said, I don't know if there's anything in these games that's going to erase how I feel about last night. I'm pretty pissed off. Our question this morning, though, do you view the Cavs differently after the game last night? 57-43 people say yes.
I don't know how people couldn't say no.
Smoking Bunny. I don't care about the Cavs. Cujo said, I don't change my opinion because I already knew they weren't ready.
Yeah, that's kind of how I was.
Yeah, I already knew kind of who they were. Nobody told me. I'm just kidding. Ryan's told me plenty, but I just don't listen.
All right, well, not much news for the Browns this weekend, although we did get the real numbers on Jerry Jeudy's 3-year extension, as well as currently right now the NFL owners meeting is going on, and we saw Kevin Stefanski in that NFL head coach photo.
Yeah, always got the nice shoes.
The Nike.
Yeah, always got them. You know, I'm not a shoe guy. I get shoe. I do have a new pair of shoes, so it's funny. Look at like how disgusting my shoes are. Like they look white on the screen, but they're I need to clean them. I don't care because I do the dad thing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the kid thing. I get a new pair of shoes in the spring.
Yeah.
I wear them throughout the summer. I wreck them in the winter, and I get a new pair. So
I don't really care about
my
shoes
new
anymore.
shoes are already sitting at the house.
I used to.
How many pairs of shoes do you own in totality? Like I'm talking golf shoes. I'm talking
probably
workout shoes, dress shoes.
6.
Yeah, I think I have like 8 pair.
Just wait till the day your son comes and asks you to buy the $300 LeBrons. I wonder who'll be the superstar when he.
Donovan, maybe. I don't know. Does he have his own signature? He has to, right?
The Bronny James threes.
Sure. Donovan Mitchell shoes. Oh, yeah. He's with Adidas. Oh, man, I kind of like Donovan's. Wow. Oh, these are autographed game used. Okay, I was like, wait a minute here. On Fanatics, I can get you a Donovan Mitchell, Cleveland Cavaliers autographed game used. I like the baby blue on here. $5,000. $5,000 for a Donovan Mitchell pair, a game-worn autograph shoe, but I like the color. They're pretty good. There's only one of these, and they have the graphic almost gone. Yes, there is only one pair of those available on Fanatics right now. You think I get 25% off, though, if I use code BASKET on Fanatics right now? You think I get 25% off that? That'd be a good chunk of change right there.
I was going to say.
I ain't buying those shoes now. I kind of hope my son doesn't become like a bit of a sneakerhead because I'm not one. So I feel like with having kids, and if you're a parent out there, maybe you give me a little advice on this, you would have to get into interests of your kids, would you not? Right? Because I not only want to be able to enjoy like the things that my kids enjoy, but to guard against, like money and all. Like growing up, right? All of us played sports, but my two brothers raced motocross. My dad raced growing up. He was a trail rider. So he knew dirt bikes. He knew how to fix them. He knew what the price was. He helped my brothers on how to ride and how to jump. So that really worked out. And then we all wrestled and played baseball so my dad could help on some of those things. When I went to him about trading a Machop for a Machoke to evolve him in Pokemon, my dad had nothing, right? So it's like, I kind of hope my son or my daughter don't become giant sneakerheads because I know nothing. I got nothing. I'd be getting they'd come home, Dad, buy these shoes, $700. And then I'll call, you don't want your kid going to school without, whatever they want. That's all these fears.
What if they get into golf? That's expensive.
See, I'm all for that, though. I'm a golfer, so I know what price to pay. I know what they need. I know how to play a little bit. I'm all for that. I got to have that discussion. I know you're not a big golfer. What is the okay, I'm not going to lie. So my son will be 3 in June. He acts like a 3-year-old. He looks like a 3-year-old. He's pretty advanced. Is that an all right age to take him to the golf course? I'm not going to let him play. I just want to let him ride around in the cart. Like, there's an opportunity for my buddy and I.
Could he hold a putter yet? Or
he's got a little one. So I'd throw it in the bag. And I am one that when I golf, the pace of play is important to me. So I don't want him out there hacking it up while people are standing on the tee box. Like, I'm going to be respectful of that. But I just want to throw him in the cart, drive him around, let him hit a shot, have some fun. We'll only play 9. I'm not going to drag him out there for 4 hours. But it's come up about doing it soon. And I'm like, it's like not even 50 degrees. I don't know. If anybody has any advice on that, let me know about the age that you can take your kids to the... Again, he's not playing. He's not playing his own shot. I just want him out there, and then the only thing is I don't want to catch a 5-iron to the face. Okay? Me and my backswing comes running up. So I need to go with somebody. Like, I'm going to go with my good friend because he'll be able to wrangle him and be like, no, stay over here. Dad's hitting a shot. I think I'm going to try it. I think I want to try it here. So we'll see how it goes coming up.
Alrighty, well, the Guardians have their opening day
rosters. Are we talking NFL? Well, how do we start on this? Stefanski with his shoes. That's right. Yeah. NFL owners meetings, we talked about it. They don't have a play caller yet. We're looking at private equity. The rule changes, I'm intrigued, though. What's this kickoff thing that they're brewing up here? They think it's going to start the average position up 3-5 yards.
Just get rid of it.
They're going to try this UFL thing, I think. I don't know. They want to stay up to date on things. Some of this stuff just sucks. Some of these rules are stupid. I'm all for player safety. And one of the worst plays in football is the kickoff. But you're taking away the electricity of that. You're taking away strategy of it. I don't know how you do it. I don't know what you change. So all these things are going to get vetted out. They're all going to be discussed. Slicing up the pie here. Who's getting this piece? What media deals? All that kind of stuff. You talk about the private equity stuff. Is it not that ESPN wants in on the NFL? Did I not misread that they want to start getting into a piece of owning the NFL with some of these media deals? Of course they do. Of course we do. It's also funny when you look at that picture, and they would do, who was the NFL players that they would do, and they'd show them a picture, and the one player looked at Kevin Stefanski and go, there's no way that he's an NFL head coach.
I think it was Travis Kelce.
Was it? That's right. It was Kelce. That's right. It was on their podcast. How many of the coaches do you think you can name? Knowing that I think there were 3 or 4 that weren't there.
I can name all of them 100%. So? Yeah. Absolutely.
You bring it up? Yeah. Could you bring the picture up? Yeah. And then do people see the cursor on it when you point over top? Can you paint it? because I would like you to cross off who everybody is.
What do you mean?
Like, bring the picture up, and then over the screen be able to like check off who the players are. You know what I mean?
I don't know if I can do that.
All right, can you bring the picture up?
Yeah.
Did you retweet it this or tweet it out from ours this morning? Oh, I thought that's where you're pulling up.
No,
from.
that's mine.
Okay.
But yeah, let me just get a good. No, I could definitely name all of them, I think.
I don't know, man.
Well, let's try it.
All right, pull it up. But the problem is that I don't have a key.
Well, I know who they all are, I think.
So you say.
True.
So you say. Should this overtake the Immaculate Grid for today? No, we got to get to that damn grid. We'll get to it in a second.
All right, there, it's on the screen.
All right. Full screen? Bring it up full screen for everybody because they can see. And again, can they see your mouse over top of it?
Yes.
Okay, because I want you to like go point to everyone for the people to see.
All right, hold on.
Sorry.
No, you're
We're
good.
working on it. It's a live show. Live show.
We're about to cook.
Ryan claims that he can get all of these.
All right.
Okay, go ahead. Start where you want to.
Okay, right here, so they can see the cursor.
I can't, but that's okay.
Well, where do you want me to start?
We start wherever you want.
All right.
Just tell me, are you starting on the left, bottom row,
I'll
middle?
start bottom left.
Okay,
with Mike McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel, done. Who's next to him? I actually know who that is.
I just need to pull a picture up on my phone, too.
All right, that's fine.
You
Pull
know,
the
so I
picture
can
up on
see
your
it.
phone. Pull it up. I know who's next to Mike McDaniel. I'll be interested to see if you can find out who's next to Mike McDaniel.
Sorry. Okay, I got the photo
All right, go ahead.
Oh, is that a new one?
I don't know. You tell me. You know.
Wait. All right, I'll get back to him. Matt LaFleur.
Oh,
What?
okay. All right.
Let me get back to him.
I know all the coaches. I'll name them all.
I'm pretty
Come on back. All right, go ahead. LaFleur, yeah,
LaFleur,
McVay,
Sean McVay,
McDermott, the Harbaughs.
All right, chill.
Andy Reid, go ahead.
All right, Andy Reid, Dave Canales.
Oh, is that Dave Canales?
I'm pretty sure.
I thought the other guy was Dave Canales.
Oh, look at you.
Oh, I know who the other guy is. Okay, I know who the other guy is. Go ahead.
All right, then we got Callahan.
Yep.
Sorry, I can't.
Who's the guy in the hat next to Stefanski?
Wait, who
is that? I don't know.
Wait. Well, who got new? Oh, is that McDonald?
No, because Mike McDonald's the other guy that I thought was Dave Canales. Mike McDonald, I think, is next to Mike McDaniel.
Well,
I think that's
Then
McDonald.
who the hell is this guy?
I don't know.
Well, who got new coach gigs?
Dan Quinn, who we all know.
That's not Dan. Yeah.
Raheem Morris, who we know.
Yeah.
And
who the hell is that?
new NFL.
Okay, well that's Stefanski.
Yeah.
Stefanski, Peterson. Who's that?
Where? At the end?
Yeah, the white shirt.
Oh, I know.
Who is that? How do I not know that? They got Dable and Dan Quinn behind him.
Yeah. I know who that is in the bottom right. Do you want me to tell you, or do you?
What team is it?
Well, okay, tell me what team, and then I'll tell you. You know, come on. You know who that is. He's not a new hire. He was not hired in this cycle. He's a recent hire.
Oh, no, that's not Eberflus.
No.
Who is it?
Shane Steichen.
That's not Shane Steichen.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
In the bottom right? Where's Shane Steichen then?
Oh, wait, no, you're tripping. I mixed up him and Jonathan Gannon.
Oh, no, that is Gannon.
Yeah,
that is Gannon.
See?
Sorry.
Shane
the other
Steichen's
guy.
in the back.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry. Yeah, you're right. Steichen is right next to Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
And then, okay, behind.
And D'Amico. Okay.
Okay, so behind.
Wait,
all right, behind Shane Gannon is, obviously Dable.
Yeah.
Dan Quinn.
Yeah.
I can't. The Jets. Salah.
Yeah.
Is that Gerard Mayo?
Yeah.
And then Zach Taylor.
Correct.
Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
D'Amico Ryans.
No.
That's not. Oh no. That's Raheem Morris.
I think that's Todd Bowles.
Is that Todd Bowles?
Yeah, pretty sure it's Todd Bowles.
So then who's next to him?
Is
That Raheem Morris?
No, I think Raheem Morris is all the way on the end. That might be D'Amico. And then,
You're right. That's D'Amico.
Yeah.
And then Steichen.
Then Steichen, then Kevin O'Connell, then Shanahan, then Antonio Pierce.
Yeah. So wait, who's the one that?
Um,
Who the hell's the dude with the hats in the bottom?
Is it Dennis Allen? No, I don't think he's there. Where's Dennis Allen? Oh, okay. So here are the coaches that we haven't named. So Mike Tomlin was not there.
It's just this one I'm circling on the screen that we don't know who.
Here's the ones we haven't named. Where's Nick Sirianni? Nick Sirianni and Dennis Allen. One of those guys has to be him in the hat. Oh, it's Dennis Allen. That's Dennis Allen.
What team?
The Saints.
Oh, that's right.
Saints. That's Dennis Allen. Right, I got them all. He goes.
I was close.
I'm going to give you about a 75% hit rate on that. Come on now.
You're right. That was a little bad.
Yeah, okay, fine. Fair enough. You want to finish the morning update? You want to talk baseball?
Yeah, Guardians roster. Let's time out. Guardians get the roster. There we go.
No, I think the Miles Straw thing is, in a team that counts a lot of their money, and it's important. So I haven't gotten this from Zach Meisel. When they release him, is he not still owed all that money?
Yeah, he is, unless somebody picks him up.
Right, and that ain't happening.
And that's for $19 million? No way.
Dude, you can go back to 5-year-old, I want to say 5-year-old T-ball because everybody plays. When you start playing anything meaningful for softball and baseball in the 3rd grade, if you can hit, they will find a spot for you. And I know the old adage about having a good glove or the speed and that kind of stuff. If you can't hit, you're not going to play. And hit your weight. Hit relative. Mike Piazza and 300 batting catchers don't exist anymore. But for a center fielder like lost, completely lost. And you want to know what? Here's my positive on the Guardians. That they made the right move. They could have strung this out, say, we already paid this guy and we'll deal with it. What does that signify to me? What does the Miles Straw move signify for me? They're still going to make a run at this thing. You can laugh all you want about Brian Rocchio having to be your starting shortstop. You can laugh about the guys they're going to have starting in right field or wherever the rotation. That tells me, at least for right now, they are making a push to win the AL Central. I'm not saying that's how we're going to feel in July and the trade deadline, but they broke camp by saying we are going to put the best lineup that we can out there. Are we deficient in some spots? Sure, but we're not going to just keep this guy around for nothing. And maybe they can work. I don't know what you're trading. Nothing, probably. He'll clear waivers, and honestly, at that point, I mean, they'll keep him around. Will he accept a minor league assignment? I don't know. And I think
he has to. I think what I read was...
Well, I didn't think he had any options built in, because that's the whole problem. They can't option him down, so he's got to go through waivers, which is just 48 hours, according to Zach Meisel. I think he could refuse the assignment. I don't know.
I read something.
I guess they're not going to DFA
something
him.
Along the lines of you have to be 5 years into your career, and I guess he missed that mark by 2 months.
Oh wow, okay. Service time manipulation, man.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to crap on Miles Straw. If you want to keep him at AAA in case you need him to come back up, I'm intrigued by some of these guys. I'm all for the at-bats here for Rocchio. I want to see more Tyler Freeman. I'm a little intrigued on Florial, some of these guys in the outfield. It's one of my favorite times of the year. Spring training is always awesome, but you love when you see the camp. You love when you break camp, you see the lineup. You got your rotations. Cookie is in, which is great. Dude, it's baseball, man.
Yeah, I'm finally back, baby.
Hell yeah. Back.
I just love it because it means the weather's coming
I know.
around.
I love it, man. It's the best time of the year.
All right, well, hopefully best time of the day.
I don't love.
We're running behind, so we got to get to it.
Okay. Lock it up. I feel like we're starting in bad spots. Like it started to spiral on us with this immaculate grid. We've had a bad week with it. It's always on life support where we're ready to just get rid of it altogether. But then we have days or weeks that we put it all together. Here's how it works. You got to go up and down. You got to go left and right. You got to fill in the players. What's our statistical category today, Ryan?
10,000 yards passing career. So let's just knock that out like we usually do.
9 minutes. Here we go. We have started. Yeah, fill in where you need. Here's where you fill those in. I'm going to start thinking elsewhere.
Goff's got to have 10,000 right now.
Yeah. All right.
Well, who are the other teams?
You just put Stafford there.
Well, I was just making sure he didn't play for the...
No, right. Yeah, there's nothing that works, for those other teams. All right, here we go. All right, Saints, Bucks. Dude, why do we keep getting the Saints? They really cost us last week here.
Dude, yeah.
Saints, Bucks. Okay, Saints, we go always with, Ted Ginn on some of this, but I don't think he played for either one of those other teams.
We got to skip the Saints, dude. I can't look.
Okay, that's fine. Broncos, Bucks, Broncos, Cardinals. Dude. All right, we're all right. We're all right. Let's stay positive on it. We'll stay positive on here. Stay positive. I don't know. No. Did Philip Lindsay, did he not go to the Cardinals?
I don't think so.
But I don't think he played there. Lion. Oh, we need to focus on the Broncos. We probably should. Tim Patrick? Anything? No?
I don't know anybody else he played for.
Running backs? No Sean Moreno? Nothing? I feel like Josh Johnson really works for the Saints and the Cardinals. I know Josh Johnson played for the Bucs. He had to have played for one of those other teams too. You want to go Saints, Bucs, Josh Johnson?
Saints, Bucs?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know.
Start off on an L?
I know he played for the Bucs. All right, we're done. Immaculate Grid might be dead. It might be dead. It might be dead. Fitzpatrick, Josh McCown. McCown worked for the Saints. Oh, Saints, Bucs. There's Josh McCown. That's Josh McCown.
All right, let's just try to get 8.
Okay. Moving on. Let's get the timeout. Do you want to finish it out just to see names, or do you just want to?
I'm just like fed up.
I think maybe the grid's got to die.
Yeah.
Do you think it's got to die?
We got to figure out a new game then.
And there's other ones like we could try basketball.
You want to try basketball?
You want to just try basketball this morning just to see?
Sure. All right. 20,000 points in their career.
All right. Well, for the Wizards,
we could just go Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Nuggets.
Carmelo.
Yeah.
He didn't play for the Rockets or.
He played for the Rockets.
Yeah,
he played for the Rockets.
Use that then.
Just put Rockets. Yeah, put Carmelo in there.
Then do you want to do? I mean, Allen Iverson. I don't think he played for the Rockets or.
No. Yeah, you can put AI in for for the 76ers. 76ers.
But he also played for the.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then
right?
yeah, put him there.
Or did he?
I believe you.
I thought he did.
I don't know.
No, he 100%.
All right.
did.
Go. Okay, that's fine. All right, that's fine. And then, okay, 76ers.
Go Wilt.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, well, no.
Yeah. Oh.
Let's use Wilt for Sixers Warriors.
Oh, yeah, good call. Yeah. All right, good call on that. And then
Sixers, we could just go Dr. J.
Yeah, that's Julius Randle's fine. There you go.
Okay.
All right. I don't know, Rockets, Hakeem Olajuwon, no.
We got to think like
Dominique.
Scrubs.
Well, I think even more recently with a lot of the moves that have gone. Why Rockets? Where did Christian Wood come from?
Dallas.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Warriors.
Oh, Warriors. What's that dude's name? Otto Porter.
Oh, that's right. He just retired. You're right. Yeah, that works. Otto Porter. Okay.
Let me cooking.
All right. Nuggets Warriors. Kuminga's been traded, but he's never gone there. Wiggins was never there. Bogut?
Did he play for the
Did he
Nuggets?
play for the Nuggets? I don't think so.
Either.
God, who was that other center?
Did the Warriors? No, Warriors never had Contavious Caldwell-Pope.
No, I don't think so. No, again, you like keep rethinking things. I don't think so. Who was that other center during the time that we kept playing the Warriors the whole time?
Festus Ezeli?
No, the good pull, but I think he might actually work for the Nuggets. I don't know why.
I don't think so.
Okay. Not Festus. The other,
Andrew Bogut.
Yeah, I know, but is there somebody? There's got to be some. I feel like there's somebody else that I'm missing on that for the Warriors.
Kevin Looney? Kevon Looney?
That's maybe who I'm thinking of. Did Marbury? Did Stephon Marbury play for the Nuggets?
I don't know. The 76ers and Rockets.
76ers.
Danny Green, did he play for the Rockets?
Yeah, he did. Oh, yeah. He did. That's actually a really good pull. Yeah, Danny Green's a really good pull there. A really good pull. Wait, no.
I was going to say, I don't know if he ever played for the Rockets.
No. There's no way. Yes, he did. What do you mean? Hang on. Wait a minute. Maybe thinking the Raptors. Yeah. Cavs, Spurs,
He played for the
overseas.
Sixers, right?
Oh, yeah. He's on the 76ers last year. Twice. He's had 2 stints with Philly. Man. All right. I know there's got to be some legacy one here, too, that we're not thinking of for some reason.
Yeah.
You know, like those are semi-historic, but there's got to be one that kind of crosses over there.
Austin Rivers?
I don't think he ever played for the Rockets, though.
Nuggets Warriors.
Nuggets Warriors. Huh. The Rockets would be nice just to get the juices flowing on them, just because it'd be nice to fill up 2 of those spots there.
Yeah.
Who's the... Oh, my God. No. You know the forward I was thinking of for the Warriors? Remember David Lee?
Bro, we're dumb.
What?
76ers Rockets.
I knew there was one that we were missing.
James Harden.
Yeah. I knew there was one just slapping us in the face. There you go.
And Rockets Wizards. Didn't Russell Westbrook play season on the Wizards, or am I tripping?
I don't know. Go for it. I mean, we already missed one. Go
think
for it.
he
Yeah,
did.
might as well finish it out.
I did. Let's go.
All right. All right, maybe this is our new turn on the grid. We'll look at all the different ones and then pick the one that we think we're going to get.
Nuggets, Warriors options we could have had. Andre Iguodala, Tim Hardaway, Richard Jefferson, Ricky Pierce. All right. We did good on that.
All right, that's pretty good. All right, maybe the grid's back on just a little bit different. I want to go back to football and see all that kind of stuff. Maybe we just need to get out of football for a little bit and see how it goes. All right, let's catch a break. We do have timeout. Pretty jam-packed movie day today. I think I have 4 for you. 5. What? Oh, I thought you said something like breaking news or something.
I said bet.
Oh, bet. Oh, sorry. 5. 5 movies and TV shows for you today. List to birthday. What?
I would have hit that.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know what you were saying. I'm like, wait, what's going on? Wait, what? I feel like we're out of breaking news, other than this Ohtani thing. We didn't talk about that morning update. We'll discuss that towards the end of the show. Is it bad? I am so enthralled in this. And it's not that I want that guy to go to jail or Ohtani to get... I am so intrigued to hear the real story on this Shohei Ohtani thing.
We know the story.
I think I know the story. I think I do.
Yeah.
I just want to hear him say it.
Makes too much sense.
I just want to hear him say it. We'll see. All right, time up. Get some more of that. Bracket included, and we'll remind you about our Tipico boost. Stay with us. Big play, Fontana Show.
Well, how do they know I'm doing this? Did somebody leak this out?
It's social media.
Oh.
It's just that's the way social media works now.
I thought maybe you were just running that yap.
Welcome to Big Play, a sports media team that started back in 2014, and now we're not in a garage. Look at us, incorporating some of Cleveland's favorite sports personalities, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland. Coming to you live from the shores of Lake Erie and Burke Lakefront Airport, join Team Big Play for all the best sports talk in Ohio. Check us out on social media at Big Play, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland.
Anthony Schlegel, just how physical he was. You saw the girth and the power and everything he was bringing to the table, especially when he was a nice beefy 255 playing middle linebacker.
We were called soft last year. You don't want to be soft, especially when you come to the playoffs. So that's going to be a process throughout this season of establishing us as a harder team here in the...
How does an Ohioan build the perfect parlay?
Who's got something? Big guys looking for long odds. The kids in Columbus are covering better than anyone. And at even odds. If it's even, I'm leaving. Listen, our championship DVD starts today. All right?
Dude, I just got an invite to a Cincy playoff watch party.
Shut up. Cincy, State, Cleveland, the perfect parlay. I'm a genius.
For the best odds on Ohio sports, bet with your cojones.
It is Spanish, dummy.
Bet with Typical Sportsbook.
I don't buy into this nonsense, this conspiracy nonsense that he's got his money and he's dogging it. That's ridiculous.
All right, let's get into it. We got a little bit of time up, including a ton of movies and television shows that we'll get to coming up. We'll see if we do better on the Immaculate Grid or the NFL coaching picture that we went through a little bit earlier. Let's get on to it, including the 25th of March. Here we are. 2 years ago today, Deshaun Watson introductory press conference.
Nice.
Would you like me to read some of the quotes from that day?
Man, I remember that like it was yesterday.
You don't even need it. Don't even need them. You know, all the questions of what happened and what did you do and football and all that. I mean, the Browns were all in that day. They had no choice but to be. And where we are today, okay. Again, knowing that people's lives were impacted, it's none of my business. Between Watson and his accusers, and whatever they figured out, that's fine. I would say even from that standpoint, that if I told you 2 years in, I know there's still two pending, I think, civil lawsuits. Ron, if I told you 2 years in that stuff would be pretty much in the rearview mirror, right? Whether they settled or he did what he was alleged or he didn't do what he's alleged, I don't know. I'm not here for that. I wasn't a part of it. I'm not a judge, jury, or executioner, and this their business. But, like, the fact that that's not even been it. Like, if I told you 2 years ago today, when they were introducing Deshaun Watson, that 2 years down the road, this would be a mess, you would think it would be because of the off-the-field stuff, and it frankly hasn't been. It's the on-the-field stuff. That day, that seemed to be the one thing that you didn't have to worry about. That Watson would come here and play well. And you're like, no, actually, it's all that.
Good point.
2 years in. You would think it'd be more cases or more lawyer or more suspension. That stuff's been buttoned up. That's not it. 2 years later. Got to get him playing well. It's the oldest narrative right now with the Browns. Everybody says that on national. It's always funny, too. When it's not even just local, but it's like on the national side of things. And you click on almost anything with the Browns, and I can almost guarantee you there is a line in there about Deshaun Watson has to play better. Or this season is tied to Deshaun Watson's play. Or if Deshaun Watson can go back to the form he had. Every single freaking thing. You know it, I know it. We don't discuss it here because it is the most obvious thing in the world. That he's got to play better for the Cleveland Browns.
Quez Watkins to the Yinzers breaking.
Really?
I don't know much about him. All I know is he's fast.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Maybe putting some weapons there. Let's see how it goes. This day, 2021, the Cavs announced they were going to work at a buyout with Andre Drummond. He's still playing at a high level. Didn't need him. Obviously, you were moving on. You had Jared Allen.
I mean, he just got, what on us? 28 rebounds?
Yep. Yeah, he is. Also, this day, 2021, they announced Michael Stanley Day here in Cleveland, of course. We all miss him very much. I just know him as the afternoon drive guy at 98.5, let alone the fact that he was rock star in Cleveland, had a great band. But Michael Stanley Day, this day, 2021. This day, 2020, the Browns introduced Case Keenum as their new backup quarterback. I think he worked out pretty well here. Also, this day, 2020, there was a report that Trent Williams and his relationship with the Washington football team was unsalvageable, and I begged the Browns to go get him. Could you imagine? He's arguably the best offensive lineman in football. Not just the best left tackle, the best offensive lineman in football. You would have cost you a lot. You wouldn't have had this cycle. And at that time, we didn't even have Jed Wills yet. You didn't even have Jed Wills yet. You were on this cycle of Greg Robinson and Desmond Harrison or whatever that guy's name was. You had nothing. I was begging the Browns to do it. Unfortunately, they didn't. This day, this is an important one. Well, as a personal one, if you will. I went to Chicago for the first time this day, 2016. Had to go touch the bean. Had to have my pizza. Chicago's a great city. Great city.
One
Good
day I'll
times.
get there.
It's a good city. It's a lot of fun. This day, 2003. This album really hits for a certain age group. And if you are one of these groups, make sure you take baby aspirin to avoid your chances for a heart attack. Linkin Park released Meteora this day, 2003. What a freaking album, man.
What are like the songs on it?
So you can listen to it front to back. And for me, it's an underrated hit. It's called Hit the Floor. What a jam.
I think I know.
Somewhere I Belong is I think that might have been the first single off of it from Meteora.
I could probably name 5 Linkin
Somewhere
Park songs.
So this Don't Stay is a good one. Somewhere I Belong, Lying from You, Hit the Floor, Easier to Run, Faint, Figure 9, Breaking the Habit.
See, I don't know any of those.
Oh my God. And then the last track, Numb.
That's yeah.
Now again, they did that with Jay-Z, but this was the original one. God, what an album, man. I could listen to that forward to back. And the cool thing about Linkin Park was, like, at the end of Hit the Floor, before the track
How does
changed.
that one go?
Huh?
Is that the
I don't think you've
ever.
ever. No, that's Drowning Pool. That's Drowning Pool. Different song. Hit the Floor. It's like that's a deep cut, if you will, from Linkin Park. I just loved it because I thought it made the perfect intro for a UFC fighter.
My mom wouldn't let me listen to it because I was 2.
What? Okay, fine. I had my CD book, man. And you always reorganize. Sum 41, All Killer, No Filler. Does This Look Infected? Meteora. I had Hybrid Theory in there, too. Chocolate Starfish. Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit's good. Their cover of Behind Blue Eyes.
It's a great song. Great song. My parents maintain to this day that my mom doesn't know what happened to the CD. I love you, Mom. I don't know. I accidentally bought the explicit version of the Marshall Mathers LP. Never saw that one again. Got it home. Listened to it once. Never heard of it again. So there you go. Eminem Show, Blink. Oh, man, what a time. But Meteora, it's right up there. Crank some up on the way home. It's a good one there. Came out this day 21 years ago. 21 years ago. This day, 1961. Ryan, your Cincinnati Bearcats win the national championship.
Oscar Robertson,
They
baby.
beat Ohio State 70-65. It ended Ohio State's 32-game winning streak.
Big O was a problem.
Jerry Lucas had 27 for Ohio State and lost, and of course, Big O there to lead the Bearcats. And the reason that today was Michael Stanley Day, it's because it is Michael's birthday. So a very happy, heavenly birthday up there to Michael Stanley. Former Indians third baseman Travis Fryman, Cheryl Swoops. You want a Cavs legend of the past, Mr. Bob Sura, celebrating a birthday today. Danica Patrick, former Indians pitcher Phil Maton, Aretha Franklin, Sarah Jessica Parker, Vladimir Klitschko, and Elton John. How about that? Aretha Franklin, Elton John sharing a birthday. All right. 5. How do you think you're going to do?
I'll probably go 5 for 5.
5 for 5. He's calling his shot on movies and television shows. I know you're going to miss one. I know you are going to miss one.
Don't put that on me.
All right, we'll see how it goes. We start a television show that debuted this day, 2018. It follows an actor who has another line of work, and it's a bit of an unsavory line of work.
Oh my God, it's with Bill Hader.
Yes.
Oh my God,
I'll give
Barry.
Barry is correct. I'll give you Barry. Yes. U.S. Marine who works as a hitman. Was he not an actor? Right? Is that like me? I've heard amazing things about it. Is the final season? I think it's coming out
I
soon.
haven't seen it, but my brother swears.
Yeah,
by it.
Bill Hader and Barry this day 2018. All right, you're off to a good start. Next up, a film this day 2016. I don't know how to really describe this. Actually, I tweeted about this movie this weekend that I defended because people hate it. And while I admit is not a great movie, it's got its redeemable qualities.
Yeah, Batman vs. Superman.
That is correct. 2016. Cody was all pissed off. Cody's our artist here at Big Play, and I love, he and I are both comic book fans, Ryan is too. And he's like, that movie's trash. And I go, I know it's bad, but there's some redeemable qualities of it. I don't know what to tell you. Batman vs. Superman, this day 2016. All right, next up, television show. We go all the way back to this day 2002.
Okay.
Your first hint is this show is still on the air.
Wow.
And it has spawned several different incarnations of the show. I would say it's still immensely popular. And one of the incarnations has skewed older more recently, creating a lot of news on this type of television show that it is.
What? What do you mean skewed older?
They did a version and a season of this show.
Oh. The Bachelor.
That is correct.
Man,
well done.
Golden Bachelor.
Well, that's it. They went to the gold. I didn't watch it. How many of these people actually ever get married? I don't know. Don't watch it. Don't. Now there's like spin up. There's the Love is Blind, Love Island. So many. It's crazy. I just go back to Jersey Shore where they're all just hooking up with one another. That's true love right there. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, yeah.
The Bachelor, this day 2000. All right, you're 3 for 3. Now we get to the spicy.
Is this the one you feel
I think this is the one you might not get. It is it's a movie. Came out this day, 1994. It is a sequel. And I very famously have said, I feel like this is one of the few trilogies, they made a third one, but this is the second one, where the second one is actually better than the first one. And it is about an underdog team who overcomes adversity in the first movie and now are put on the national stage in the second one. And they add some new players to this team from around the country.
Why does that sound so familiar?
Should.
Can you repeat that?
Okay, this is the second movie of a trilogy.
94?
94.
It's a sports movie, obviously?
Yes, it is a sports movie. And I feel like this movie's better than the first. In the first movie, this young team of underdogs rises up to win the championship against a hated rival. The second movie, the team is brought back together to play on a national stage, and they bring in some new players from around the country. So the first part of the movie is about the, integration of the new players and the fun parts of that, and then eventually it comes down to them playing and, the team, right, that they have to win. And of course, as any good young sports
and
Disney,
there's 3 movies?
There are 3 movies in this trilogy.
Is it animated, you said?
It is not.
You just said Disney.
Still a Disney movie.
It's a Disney movie?
Live action. That did spawn a animated television show that I loved. And Disney went so in that they... That's giving it away. It's giving it away.
Can I get an actor, or is that like...
That would also give it away.
Really?
If I said Joshua Jackson?
I don't even know who that is.
Okay.
Man. Is it hockey?
Yes.
Man, I don't know hockey movies. All I know is Miracle.
You have very famously said that you have not seen it. That's
Yeah,
why
I'm sure.
weren't getting it.
Yeah.
What's the movie that you told me you haven't seen that's a hockey movie from the 90s that's Disney?
Yeah,
Disney went so in
Mighty Ducks?
The Mighty Ducks.
Okay.
Now, do I give you because it's D2 the Mighty Ducks?
No, I don't.
I don't know. I was gonna say my next thing was Disney went so in that they actually bought an NHL team and named them the Mighty Ducks.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they originally owned them, and then they sold them. That's where the Mighty Ducks came from. All right, final one. This day, 1983, an ensemble cast for a film that started from a book that we all pretty much had to read.
What year?
83. We all had to read this book in school. It's not The Hatchet, okay, but it's damn close. A lot of us had to read this book, and the ensemble cast of this movie alone is great, let alone the fact the film is good.
I think I know it.
Go ahead.
Outsiders?
That is correct.
Yeah, great movie.
There is an Emilio Estevez tie-over. C. Thomas Howell, Ralph Macchio, Matt Dillon, Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe, Emilio Estevez, and Tom Cruise.
Great movie.
Amazing movie.
Great movie.
Very sad.
Yeah.
Johnny, but what a flick. What a flick. The Outsider. I'll give it to you. You're damn close. There on your 5 for 5. All right, you want to get to the boost, then we get to the brag, and then we get to Otani? Boost! Well, don't tell Otani about this. Stop it. Stop that.
You can join.
Otani can't do. No, he can't. Stop that.
We'll do it for him.
The Otani boost? No, it's Cavs boost tonight. 3-leggers for you right here. We have number 1. Got to hit the over. Low over-unders here. So we got to get it. Over, we need a little Garland. Or no, Levert. We want Levert assists, rebounds there for Jared Allen. We're boosted up to what now, Ryan, on Tipico?
Plus 488.
Let's go. Sign up with that code Fontana 100. Jump on our boost. We need it tonight. Feeling good about the Cavs. To our brackets. Best downtown Tremont West 25th bar.
So Fatheads
won last week. That is correct.
And then in Mulligans.
Yep.
And then who was the other one? It was Scorchers. And so now we're doing downtown.
That's it. We have the final one. There's our schedule up. We just need one more for the final.
West Side and downtown.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
So now we're doing downtown.
That's fine. Well, good. I'll send the tweet out to solicit for answers. A lot of great bars. ABC, the Tavern. Flannery's. I think Parnell's will get some love. Tremont is great. West 25th.
So you're going to tweet that out after the show?
Yeah, I'll send it out right now as soon as we're done here. At Matt Fontana 83. We'll retweet it at Matt Fontana Show. Drop us a follow all over. To wrap up on this Shohei Otani thing. Oh, breaking news out of the NFL. They have banned the hip drop tackle. How do you stop that?
So, what even is that?
So imagine, I don't want to do it on you, but imagine if you were wrapped around on a guy. Like, imagine I'm wrapping a guy around his hip, and then I go like this, and I
So how do you tackle people?
I don't know. Pick him up, turn him around. You know the ones where the guy's like leaning, and then you just see him destroy his knee and his ankle when they fall. That's what they want to avoid. That's what they want to avoid. I don't know how you police that. Now the problem is, to read into the hip drop tackle, it started with Seattle. Seattle had a coach that was teaching rugby style tackling, and rugby style tackling is what was the NFL freaking out? Don't lead with your head. Don't lead with your head. Don't lead with your head. You can't do that in rugby. You don't have a helmet on in rugby. So the rugby style is you get around their ankle or you get around their waist, excuse me, and you kind of roll. And the thing is, rugby players are meant to roll with you because it's not the end all be all when you get tackled in rugby. When you get tackled, you just get a scrum or you hand the ball back off. Football, you get tackled, you're trying to avoid that. Regardless, anyway, I don't know how they're going to police that. They're going to make an effort, and they're telling these players, don't do this. But the whole point of the game is to get another player on the... That's why, listen, I played football for a long time. I never played it at a high level. I never did. And the NFL is the highest of the high levels. The game is still another human being. You have got to take them to the ground. Somebody's going to get hurt. That human being does not want to go down, and my job is to take them down. Somebody's going to get hurt. And that's what happens. I don't know. I'm all for trying to make the game safe. I just do not know how they're going to police this. I have no idea how they're going to do this on this hip drop tackle. Is it in-game? Do you get a penalty? Is it a fine?
That's a good question.
Could you imagine that? Think about that for a second. AFC North running back, not even Joe Mixon anymore. Najee Harris is running down the field, and he picks up 15 yards. And Grant Delpit gets him, wraps him, and falls and hips drops 15 yards, personal foul on top of that. How is that a thing?
Dude, I don't know.
Najee Harris could pop up. He'd be fine.
We'll see how much they actually call
flag.
it.
Well, no, if it's banned, it's banned. You can't do that.
Well, I understand that, but I mean, that's a play though. It's like
that is how are you going to police this? I don't. The NFL. This is from Tom Pelissaro. The NFLPA object to this. Of course they did, because their players are going to be the defensive ones are going to be screwed. The NFL made it clear it wanted to call what they call the swivel hip drop tackle out of the game, and now it is. Expect more fines than flags. Here's our answer. More fines than flags as the league and coaches work to remove the technique. I do not know how you're going to police this. What is the verbiage on what it is and what it isn't? I really have no idea how they're going to be able to fix this. I'm really confused on that. So they'll get it done. So again, you expect more of these things to start coming out as they're figuring out down there in the meetings. Real quick, Ryan, Otani's going to talk today. What do you think he's going to say? Do you think he's going to cop to it?
I don't know what he's going to say. I think you're in agreement. I would go with the probable being that he offered to help him pay off his gambling debts, and they don't want it to get messy because they don't want Shohei involved in that at all, because we know how strict the MLB is with gambling.
Yeah. So
what do you think?
I think he was trying to help his buddy out.
So you're in agreement.
I'm going to agree with you. I think he was trying to help his buddy out. It got messy. Own to it and move on. There's nothing wrong with that. And if the feds want to go after him because technically it was his money that made his... The only question I have is, did Ohtani himself... And I know this guy allegedly stole the money. So at the end of the day, Shohei Ohtani's money made its way to an illegal bookmaker. Was it stolen or did he have a part in it? That I almost don't care about. Cop to it and move on.
All I know is I drafted Shohei Ohtani with my first round pick.
Oh, you think he's going to be out for a little bit of blood in this? You're going to get after it? We'll see. All right, great stuff. Monday, not done on Big Play. Big Play Cleveland show tonight. Special edition of Boobies World. Come get some with Blake and Greg Williams and the Hanford Dixon show, all right here on Big Play. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. It's everywhere that you need. Back tomorrow. Cavs get it done tonight. Get our boost going. We'll talk to you on a Tuesday edition. For Ryan Tyler, I'm Matt Fontana. As always, take it easy.